love me. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Alright everyone, so we're back with another quick mod review. You can see all of the exciting things behind me that I'm really excited to show off. This mod is visual storage. It is cross-platform, so the console players, PC players, you can all use it. Anybody who is a super organizer, this is definitely a mod for you. I know there are probably a lot of different ones out there right now. This is very similar to kind of like a dedicated storage, except for it looks the part. So you can see behind me how everything stacks and what it looks like. Everything is fully customizable. You can paint the storage boxes. You can see I got pink metal in the background. So I'm going to hop to it and show you guys around. So visual storage. All of these items that you can see around me, they are all made in the smithy. And basically what this is just a storage mod, like a dedicated storage mod that's going to hold one particular item. But not only does it hold one particular item, but it also makes it look very pretty. So I'm going to show you in my inventory here some of the things that I have crafted. Like I said, they are made in the smithy. So actually, why don't we go over here real quick and I will show you guys in the smithy the visual storage, so you can kind of see what you need to craft any of this stuff. Majority of it is just going to be fiber, thatch, metal, stone, and wood, so pretty simple, nothing too complicated, pretty easy stuff to get. You can see you can have your visual storage shed. So the bigger the container, the more items that it holds, obviously. And for the shed, you can have fiber, metal, stone, thatch, and wood. Now, when you go to place these, because I made this mistake, you need to notice that you have different variants of these. So when you have it in your hand before you place it, I'm on PC, so R is obviously going to change what it is. And you're going to want to change it from the fiber one to the metal one to the stone one to the thatch one to the wood one so that it holds what you want. So I will show you that. You've got the drop box. The drop box, pretty self-explanatory. I can throw everything that I own in this one box and set it up to distribute said items into its corresponding container. The shelves here is a shelf, and you have the ability to put these on that shelf, so it keeps things organized. And each one of these, you have black pearl, electronics, element, polymer, and silica pearls. These are bigger than these ones, but also I want to point out that this does have a different variant as well, the shelves. So you can have one that attaches to the wall or this stand-up version on the floor. So I did make both of them so you can see. These ones are the smaller shelf crates. They are going to be the same as the larger ones. They hold the same items, just a different look for you. This is a pallet, so this is going to hold either your ingots or your fertilizer, depending on what you want to make it for. Maybe both. You've got your small boxes, so these will hold your chitin, hide, and flint. Now, your wall racks are really cool because you saw them in the background there, but they're going to hold your hide, pelt, wool fur, or wool hair, or silk. Now, also keep in mind that if you have this set up to hold pelt, it will also hold wool and hair. So you can have different items of the same class, I guess, in the same container. So you have these steel barrels, so they hold your gas, oil, and propellant. Pretty fancy, I know. You've got these little buckets, which you also probably saw me standing over there. They're going to hold things like your angler gel, your cementing paste, your clay, your narcotics, your tree sap, and your stimulant. So pretty much everything you could possibly ever want to store. You can paint all of these containers. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. I might have. They are fully, you can paint them. You can do all kinds of things to them. And again, I'll show you when we get back over there. I'm just really excited. So this is the wood barrel. That's going to hold things like your charcoal, gunpowder, salt, sand, spark powder, and sulfur, all nicely labeled and neat for yourself. The ore bins is going to hold your crystal, flint, metal, and obsidian, and your stone. So those are the different variants for that. And you have the bin here, which is also a large bin to hold fiber, metal, stone, thatch, and wood. Now, last but not least, you have this crane. The crane is similar to the drop box, so I can throw all of my resources into the crane and tell it to distribute, and it will also, or it will distribute all of the items into its corresponding storages. In addition to that, you can also unload your dino. So if the dino is within its range, you can hit unload dino, and it's going to pull everything out of your dino's inventory and distribute it to its necessary storages. All right, so that's the stuff, and that's what's required to make it. So let's just get back over to the fun stuff, the stuff everybody cares about. So here you go. You can see everything set up. There is the wall shelf that I made, and I fit 4 of those little boxes in there. So you can see I have my black pearls on the far left there. You've got your element and your electronics in the middle, and I think this is the polymer there on the very end. Same thing with the larger trays. As you can see, I have it set up on the standing shelf here. Those are going to hold the same thing as the little ones, just a little bit more. So these will hold, it looks like, if I was to go into one, and you can also see kind of what it looks like on the inside here. So these are going to hold 5,000, whereas the smaller ones are going to hold half the amount, 2,500. Makes sense. These are double the size. Same thing over here. Now, here is the wall rack. So I have silk placed over here. Now, if you hold E, now again, I am on PC, so hold the corresponding button to get this little wheel menu thing up for console, which is probably X and square, I believe, probably. Now, actually, no, we don't even want to hold that. Ignore what I just said here. You can go into the inventory of it, go to the setting menu. And you can see here that there's different styles and colors. So that's how I changed my metal stack over there. That's how I changed my other wall rack over here that had my pelt and stuff in it. So default is what it looks like. You guys saw just the plain white silk. Well, I guess white and gray is kind of what they were going with. Now we can change this to whatever we want. So I can set some to be pink. I can set some to be blue, and I can set some to be purple and save, and there you go. That's what it'll look like on your wall. So any different color coordination you may want. So right here is the one that I have for hide. This is default hide, what it looks like on your wall. Again, this you can change within the settings going to style and color. The other thing you'll see here is weather effects. Now weather effects, which I'll show you on this one, it gives you the ability to make it look worn to the weather. As well, if you live in the winter biome, for example, you can do the snow visual on there as well, so you can kind of see the snow. I did put it over on the fertilizer over there as well, but you can see the snow sitting on top of the hide. And again, these colors can be changed. This one was the pelt, so I had changed these to some turquoise, purple, and pink. The sun's starting to go down, so this coloring is not so pretty anymore. Here is the metal ingot slab, or pallet, I guess you would call it. In here, same idea, so we can change the color. I changed mine to pink because I like pink. That's my Ark color of choice. You can turn the weather effects on this one as well, manual weather effects and the snow visuals should you choose. That's exactly what I did over here with the fertilizer. Now keep in mind, not all of these things can have the colors change like the metal and the pelts did, which was super cool. This one, for example, I don't have the option to actually change the color of the fertilizer. That's fine. The weather effects was cool enough. I think that's cool. I made it look like it had snow on it. Kind of not great for the area I'm living in, but you get the drift. Definitely a good way for like role play and kind of make your gameplay a little bit more realistic. So here you have your chitin, or I have my chitin in this box. That's the small box. You can see these boxes are going to hold about 5,000. I got my flint. And I've got my hide all rolled up. So hide can go into the box as well, or you can have it up on the wall. The wall is going to hold a little bit more than these small boxes. So we've got our gas drum here. And again, you can see what's in these things by going into the inventory if you wanted to. This one also doesn't have any color, but I could change the weather effect on it. And oh, I didn't even realize, and the snow amount. So you can kind of pick how much snow you want on it or how much you don't. Here is the wooden barrels I had spoken about. And again, here's the oil drum and the propellant drum, nicely color coordinated so you know which is which. But the wooden barrels here, they're all nicely labeled. You got your charcoal, your gunpowder, your salt, sand, and spark powder all filled up to the brim. And you can see these little things hold about 2,500. So it seems to be pretty much the smaller-ish ones, 2,500. The larger containers, or we'll call them medium, maybe 5,000, because I feel like those sheds are going to hold a lot more. This is my drop box, so I'm going to show you guys this real quick. When you throw something in here, you do have your distribution menu here. So you kind of have to go ahead and set where you want things to go. So like if I had chitin in here, I want to set it up so that all the chitin will go into a small box or wherever else I may want it to go, and it will automatically distribute it there. So keep that in mind. The same thing with the crane, same idea. The distribution needs to be set up on these things for it to work. These little things here, these are for your narcotics. They hold 5,000. That actually surprised me. But your angler gel, you can see it glowing there. Your cementing paste, your clay, narcotics, and your sap can all be put in these really nice little buckets. You can see I had the clay bucket. You can see the wording was changed to the color pink. Same idea here. So this one, if we go into the setting menu, you have the option for the overlay text. So you can turn it off if you wanted to. If you didn't like the text on it, you can definitely get rid of it should you choose. And you can definitely change the color of the text. Weather effects and visualization definitely all seem to be available on all of these. Now, it's getting dark and that sucks for the video, so I apologize. Here is your metal ore bin. This is holding 10,000. I think I was looking at things wrong. I think I was giving you guys the durability and not the storage capacity. Apologies. Yeah, this is 5,000. I said that right, but I think some of them were wrong. Definitely look at the screen and don't go by what I said. This is the flint ore bin. You've got your crystal ore bin. Same idea. Now, these all can be adjusted, of course, on how much. So I can take 5, and these can all be adjusted. So I can take 300 at a time out of here. I can set it up for that withdraw 1 is 5, or withdraw 1 could be 10, and withdraw 2 is 20. And you all do that from this little fancy radial menu. The other nice thing I wanted to point out is as you take from these, it goes down. So it makes it look like there's less and less in there as you take from them, which is pretty cool. I will not complain. I love it. My only complaint would be the way the fiber looks. This is your fiber shed, or any of the fiber just kind of looks like sand to me. That's my own personal opinion. You don't need to go changing anything. I think the developers did a really great job. But let's take a quick look at how much these ones hold. 45,000 is what these sheds hold. So they are going to be your maximum capacity. I have stone in this one. These ones are the bins itself, so these hold also 45,000, same as the shed. So there you go, that's fiber. That is the raw metal, and this is just an empty one I had set up for extra storage for distributing items per se. So again, here is the crane. So this can be set up to also function as the drop box, but also will unload your dyno. So you can see here, if I go into the menu, I don't have a dyno in range right now, so the option isn't there. But if I brought my Griffin over, that option will light up. I can hit unload dyno, and it's going to take everything out of its inventory into here. And then you would just hit E to distribute the items where you want it to go. And again, make sure to set up your distribution on where you want the items to go. The thing I also liked is it doesn't seem like everything has to go into these. So if you had extra storages, maybe you want to set up some overflow containers and stuff for things to go into, because I'm completely at capacity. But being in creative mode, this does give you the option to completely fill these up, which I did to give you guys the full visual of what it would look like. But I think that's pretty much it. That's literally, yes, that is it. But tell me what you think of this mod. I thought they did a really fantastic job. Let me know if there's any other mods you guys would like to see me cover or go over or take a look at. I personally really like this one. I thought they did a fantastic job. I really like the idea of having like the visual dedicated storages. I like to add that to my Ark gameplay. It's not something that's cheaty. It just looks nice, and I like things to look nice, and if I can color my lovely stuff pink, I mean, yeah, I'm sold at that point. So I do appreciate everybody who has been supporting, liking, subscribing, watching the videos. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are all really awesome. I will leave a link to the Discord in the description of this video, so feel free to join the Discord. Would love to have you guys there to chat Ark or video games or mods or whatever you're into. We're all there. And we have some ARK servers as well. We have ASA or ASE, depending on what you're into. We are currently at the end stages of our ASE playthrough and getting ready to get it off extinction and head over to Genesis. So if you're excited to see any of us do that, that is in the upcoming projects here. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.